Guadalupe le indicó por 34 años, el cual refiere que solicita que se retire su esposo de 15 Miguel Ángel.
Just out with the municipal police who are patrolling around this neighbourhood. They're saying that since the pandemic struck, the number of domestic violence calls they've been having to respond to has just gone through the roof.
C4 de BCTN.
¿Es violencia intrafamiliar? Sí, ¿qué le hizo a usted?
Agresividad, que me iba a pegar y estando sus hijos ahí porque es mi pareja.
Él está en estado etílico.
Sí.
Violence against women in Mexico was already at crisis point, with gruesome images of the abused flooding headlines. Last year, over 40% of women said they faced physical aggression from their partner. But since COVID, it's got even worse. These abusers are regularly taken in at the station.
So we're back at the police headquarters, and inside there's a cell of men who've been brought in here for being violent towards women, and we're hoping to have a chat with one of them now. What did you do to her physically?
La tiré y le metí una patada en la espalda.
Anything else?
Le agarré las manos y la crucé en la cama y me subí arriba de ella para que ya no me pegara. Pero luego la quité. No la dejé, nomás le hice como que la engañé y luego se la quité.
Why did you want to inflict so much pain on your wife?
Me puse celoso, que yo pensé que ella me estaba engañando.
Do you think this kind of behavior is common in Mexico?
Yo creo que sí. Pues todos los hombres somos un poco celosos, ¿no? De ahí viene toda la violencia, ¿ves? O viceversa, a veces también las mujeres son muy celosas y están molestas y entonces que el hombre ya no aguanta también y es donde explotan.
Getting rid of this machismo or male entitlement is a challenge. One the government has met by launching an anti-violence campaign in May.
Antes de que la violencia se apodere de ti.
It urged men and women, calm down, count to 10, and don't hit your partner.
Cuenta hasta 10
y saca la bandera blanca de la paz.
It was widely denounced, and the ads were pulled 2 days later.
Gobierno de México.
But not all public responses have been so tone-deaf. The Center for the Victims of Violence and the Disappeared is a special unit within the Neza Police Department.
Yo le pongo la opción porque él va a seguir violentándola.
Women come here desperate for help, to report physical abuse, to get legal advice, or just to look for a safe place to shelter.
What happened with your husband? What's going on with him?
Yo siempre he sufrido violencia con él. O sea, he sufrido de todo tipo de violencia con él. Insultos, infidelidades, golpes, todo. He sufrido con él. Se puso agresivo, agarró a los niños y se los llevó y yo intenté alcanzarlo y todo, pero no, porque se subió a un coche y se los llevó a los niños. Entonces, pues ya.
What is it that your husband does for a living?
Él fue exmilitar y después perteneció a la Policía Federal. Y ahorita está trabajando como seguridad.
So he has a lot of contacts with the authorities, with the police. Do you think that that's given him the feeling that he can do whatever he wants and get away with it?
Sí, porque él muchas veces me lo decía que...
What do you want to happen now?
Llevarme a mis hijos conmigo. Es lo único que estoy esperando ahorita. Y es lo único que quiero.
Police officers arrived at Yvette's ex-husband's home. They were unable to confirm whether he or their children were inside.
Dígame.
Buenas tardes.
Busco al señor.
Ajá. ¿Quién es usted?
¿Para qué lo busco?
Pues porque
No se encuentra, pero ¿para qué lo busco?
necesitamos hablar sobre el tema de esos pequeños.
There's a lot of chaos going on here. I mean, there's about 40 municipal police officers showed up here, tried to get the kids back, tried to talk to the husband, but they've so far failed.
Fights broke out between the family and the police. Yvette's former brother-in-law was forcibly detained. But just a few hours later, he was released. A record-breaking 3,833 Mexican women were murdered in 2019. A high proportion of these were victims of femicide, when women are killed simply because they're women.
We're just on our way to a secret location to meet with a guy who says that he's paid to actually carry out killings.
Soy carpintero. También me dedico a matar gente por dinero. Me contacta un conocido ya de muchos años y me dice, ¿sabes qué? Dan 100,000 pesos por matar a una mujer y dan la ubicación de las personas, las fotos, más o menos por dónde andan y la hora.
How many women have you killed?
Muchas. 15, 20. No sé, nunca los conté, pero...
What is the reason that people want these women killed?
No sé, diversos, ¿no? Pues la mayoría de las veces las mujeres se llevan todo y los dejan sin nada y por el coraje, por eso las mandan a matar.
So it's a case sometimes of relationships going wrong, then you step in and kill the woman.
Sí, pues la mayoría de las veces siempre así pasa.
I mean, the frequency at which you're doing this suggests that you don't really have much faith in the justice system to catch you or to punish you. Is that fair?
Si en cuanto me llegara a agarrar un policía con mi arma, yo sé que dándole el dinero me dejan libre. Hay mucha corrupción aquí no.
These people are also wives, they're mothers, they're daughters. How do you live with yourself?
Es que no tengo tiempo de andar sentándome a pensar si me siento bien o me siento mal. Yo nada más hago mi trabajo y sigo mi vida porque no siento nada por eso.
We were unable to fully corroborate the details he gave us, but he told us that since the pandemic, the competition for killer for hire work has gone up, as demand for their services has rocketed. That same week, 3 generations of women were shot and killed in their home in Mexico State. A woman, 2 of her daughters, and 2 granddaughters. Their surviving family members agreed to speak with us, on the promise we didn't reveal their exact location.
9 years old?
De hecho, el día de hoy, una de las menores cumplía 10 años de edad. Perdí 5 familiares.
How did you find out about what happened?
Estaba dándole de cenar a mi bebé. Recibo una llamada de un familiar y me comenta que había pasado algo muy feo en mi casa. Fueron tres tipos a brindar apoyo económico por lo de la contingencia. Pidieron credenciales y fue cuando ocurrió todo.
La señora se encontraba en la puerta. Fue con la que ingresando fueron con la persona que más se ensañaron. Le dieron muchas detonaciones en su cara, le destrozaron su cara.
The family told us there was a long history of domestic abuse in the household, a factor they believe could have contributed to what happened here.
De hecho, en la parte de acá arriba estaba mucho lo del feminicidio. Ya dan la cara ya hasta después de los hechos y nunca encuentran nada.
How much confidence do you have that you will get justice for what happened?
Pues la verdad no sabemos. No nos han dado ningún tipo de información.
We asked the state's senior femicide prosecutor in charge of the case why there haven't been any arrests. She said they're still looking for some more information. With economic pressures mounting due to COVID, the government has been looking for budget cuts. In June, Mexico State, along with 6 other states, were notified that their money to tackle gender violence would be slashed by over 37 million pesos. Without any response from the officials we reached out to, we went to the president's press briefing to get answers. Catching his attention, though, wasn't easy.
Excuse me, I came from America. I just have one question, please.
Le damos la oportunidad a ella
The rate of domestic violence has risen since the pandemic, and an average of 10 women a day are killed across Mexico. Less than 5% of these femicides lead to convictions. Why is it that your government is failing women and allowing total impunity?
Nunca se había protegido tanto a las mujeres de México como ahora. En México no se violan derechos humanos. En México no hay masacres.
I mean, just a few days ago in Nicolas Romero in Mexico State, 5 women and girls were shot and killed, but their family told me that they have very little faith that justice will be served. And given that you have just taken 37 million pesos from this exact cause, I'm wondering how you can honestly reassure these women that women's safety is your priority.
No hay disminución del presupuesto en México, como nunca. Un combate permanente a la corrupción y a la impunidad. No se protege a delincuentes.
The president's conviction that things have never been better for Mexican women grabbed local media attention. And a day after the press conference, the Ministry of Interior released a statement backtracking on the budget cut, saying no cuts will be applied because these are essential areas. As of today, there are still no arrests or suspects in the case of the 5 women and girls. The family says investigators have stopped answering their calls.
Porque como nunca hace nada las autoridades, pues todo esto va a seguir así.